I'm DJ Lonnie Love, your resident DJ and makeup noob. So this is like really exciting for me. Okay, let me get settled. Gonna
Yeah, get comfortable. We're gonna be camping out.
Yeah. So if you're new to this, this is what some people call a get ready with me. Sometimes bloggers will get ready on camera. But I feel like this is exciting because Victoria is a DJ and streamer like myself, but she's like a multimedia artist. She is so creative in so many ways, both, sonically and visually. Like if you haven't seen her streams already, they are magical. It's like watching a film. They've got like cinematic quality to it. She's got really nice camera angles, and there's so much I could gush about, but we'll kind of talk about each of these things as we go along. If you've seen her stream, she has an incredible collection of records. If you haven't had the chance to see her stream yet, myself, Chess Knight, Dial Jess, we all host her on our channels. So you can definitely check her out in our like favorite links. But highly recommend giving her a follow. Let me do a little shout out in the chat. And then, DJing, like whether it's vinyl or records, is a skill in itself. But I have to acknowledge that being a vinyl DJ like is another level because there aren't cue points. You have to know your music really well to know when to mix in and out. There's not like a cheat code. You just have to hear it sonically. And so she does this all the time. She's vinyl all day, every day, in the middle of the night too. So yeah, can
That's
you
what I
want to
have to
tell
say.
us like what made you? How, are you a creature of the night always, or is this because of realities of being a mom and stuff? Like, how did you
Yeah,
decide? Yeah.
yeah. Basically, hello everyone. Thanks, Lonnie Love, for having me. Um, yeah, just I kind of pop in and out. I would love to stick to my schedules that I have, but even those are still kind of late, like 11 p.m.
Yeah.
But kind of whenever I'm ready, and then once I'm ready, there's like another hour. Usually, like okay, let's make sure all the batteries are charged, and you know, I need all my drinks, and we need the fan, and we need movies. Oh, which movie are we gonna watch?
Yeah.
It's like a whole thing, and then I end up staying up till 4 or 5 a.m. and then you know do the daytime thing, and but that's kind of how it was before all this.
Right.
DJing was like a blessing being a mother because I was home all day with my kid, and then I got to work at night and be social and make money, and it was kind of great that way. So it's the same, but I don't know why it feels like more work right now, but it does.
Because it
I know
is.
you're tired too, right? I think I saw somewhere like you're just exhausted almost all the time, right?
Yeah. I think there's definitely an emotional toll of going through a pandemic that like I don't know if we are talking about it enough, but it's also so different for everyone, right? So I don't like to talk about it too much because I feel like part of us keeping perspective is being, positive because sometimes all you need is just a couple uplifting personalities around you and you can kind of, move past the funk. But it's very real. I think the weight of the news and the reality of like having a multiple fires up and down the coast and all that. But all that said, I feel like music has been probably the saving grace, like music and Twitch, all of this. It's
Yeah.
been silver lining. Like I think we might have met because we're both based in LA, but I feel like we met sooner thanks to quarantine and streams. And I also feel like just from watching your streams, it's like kind of weird because I feel like, oh, I know her, but when we meet in real life, it will be like our first time meet.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I feel that way too. You're so like warm and loving, and I could tell your love is like super pure, and we kind of do know each other because of Jess. I mean, yeah, Dial Jess. I met her at Apotech. We both held down residencies there in Chinatown, and it's all in the same family. We're all
True,
connected.
true.
Yeah,
So if you don't mind, could I have you pivot your camera just a little bit so you're more in the center of the way I have you laid out on the stream? Yeah, that's cute. Okay.
Good.
Yes. So every time I say cute now, I think of two people, like So Super Sam, because she has that cute emote. And then Paris says that's hot, but just like being very like, oh, it's cute.
Uh-huh.
Reminds
It
me of her.
becomes a habit.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. So what do we have planned today for our look? I'm excited.
Um, well, today we're doing that graphic 60s kind of pop um, heavy eyeliner
Hmm.
makeup. Um, and it's basically just like a winged look, and we'll fill the space in with whatever color we like.
Yeah.
Um, Usually I do metallics, maybe like a blue or something. Um, and usually for 60s eyes, I think the lips should be really nude. It bothers me when I see like a 60s eye with like a 50s red lip. I'm just like, ugh, like it just doesn't work.
Right.
So that's what we're doing, a 60s eye with a nude baby doll lip.
Love it.
So yeah, do you have all your
Yeah.
stuff in front of you? I wish I could see all your stuff.
I have a little stash. So lip products,
Nice.
um, palette. I have a couple of them, and they were all like Christmas gifts because my partner's family is really sweet. Like they're like, "What should we get Lonnie for Christmas?" And he's like, "I don't know. She likes eco-friendly stuff and makeup." And
Oh,
so now I have,
nice. Morphe, Pat
Morphe,
McGrath.
and then a little, Coty Airspun smells like grandma, but tried and
I
true.
I recently got that and it works great. I had to get rid of it because it was like
It's
going in my nose and it just was like driving me crazy.
the fragrance is too strong. I just bought it because I was like, all right, I just, quick drugstore find.
So then I picked up this from Target. It's the number 7. It it's pretty good. Just
Okay.
saying.
All right, that might have to be the next move.
It recently like was a thing for me.
Yeah.
But yes. Well, let's start with moisturizing our face.
Okay. Which I did right before, so I'm a good
Okay,
greasy
great.
dumpling. Do dumpling.
I'm using this guy. I don't know how to properly say it. It's like embroilisi. I
Yeah.
hope it's not embryo stuff, but it sounds like embryo. So, but I'm gonna put it on my face. And
Oh, and these are all my brushes. Papa.
nice.
I know you mentioned cleaning your brushes earlier. I don't do that often enough. I'm gross.
Yeah, it's. I mean, one at least once every 2 weeks or something, or
Yeah.
you know, I kind of like to dab it in. Um, yeah. So then I'm gonna go in with my foundation. Let's just jump right in.
Yeah.
This is Dior 1N. It's the 24-hour wear. So just a little bit on my finger. I like to use my fingers a lot for the first few steps.
Right. Well,
And
it's like at first I used to use my fingers thinking like, oh, that's not refined. I should be using, brushes, this and that. But makeup artists have now told me like, if you like your fingers, it's great because it warms up your product, and it is like you said, a great way to kind of get started with
yeah,
spreading the product.
just like the first part. This is my little orange sponge. Sorry, it's gross.
No,
This is like will be coming in and out. Um,
is it Real Technique sponge by chance?
is that what it is?
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty good. The pink ones, the classic beauties sponges are great, but when you're replacing them a bunch, what are they like $20, $25? These are 8. Greasy dumpling. It's not a greasy dumpling, it's a sponge. And nice. Do you use a sponge or a brush? Like a silicone brush like this? I know a lot of people like to.
I tend to use fingers and then brush to kind of just even it out at the end. But
Mhm.
I also am just not particularly skilled with makeup. I think I've been wearing more makeup in this pandemic and streaming than I have like my whole life.
Because you're on camera and
Yeah. And I mean,
you know.
I think I've noticed when I put on makeup, it just makes me feel better.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, you are you, and then the makeup just bumps you up, and it's like that cherry on top.
yeah,
Just like vinyl. Like the song is the song,
right.
the album is the album, but if you own it on vinyl, it's just that extra special part.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay.
So I just kind of do a layer of that over my face, and then concealer, like under the eye area, maybe like tip of my nose. And so I just put some concealer, some Maybelline
Yeah.
under my eyes. Sorry, I'll get closer. Or maybe I'm close enough.
Looks good.
I'll put it on my lid. All over. I had a few breakouts recently, so
Can't even tell.
just trying to work in layers and stuff.
Have you
Okay.
always been into makeup?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, after high school, I did esthetician
Mm-hmm.
at Citrus College in Glendora, and I did a night school there,
Yeah.
and I got my license, and I just really loved it. I loved esthetician more than Cosmo because the setting is so like calming.
Yeah.
We would like do facials on each other and like wax each other and massages, and I was the guinea pig a lot for the acne stuff.
Yeah.
Like they would just peel my face or get the extractor and just so there was that too. But I learned a lot and made a lot of nice friends and learned about keeping shit clean. Sorry.
Yeah. No.
Keeping your
That's
stuff clean, and it helps. That class helped me a lot with a lot of the makeup jobs I ended up doing, just keeping things clean.
yeah.
And I don't know. Usually, I like to do a little facial before I put on someone's makeup,
Mm-hmm.
make it nice.
Right. Give them a good canvas.
Yeah. So, but then after esthetician school, I just ended up kind of hanging out at this place in Hollywood, Food Clubs, like a bar. I was
Mm-hmm.
just always there for bands. And then I ended up DJing, and then that was it. So, like, the middle of Cosmo, I was like, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
I hate Cosmo. I want to get out of this before we start doing pedicures and like nails and stuff. Like, I'm done. There's so many hours. I've never done so much homework. Like,
I know.
those are really
There was
hard, difficult.
a chart of like hours for cosmetology school and like various other programs. They really you have to invest quite a lot of time into something that some people kind of dismiss it as like, oh, it's just makeup, just nails. It's like, nah, there's like a lot of training.
It's a lot of science. It's like, don't don't let like perm rods like with chunks of hair fall into the sink. Like,
Right.
don't give someone a chemical burn. Like,
Right.
take care of people and make them feel good.
Yeah.
So, still working on the base. Got foundation, concealer on. I'm gonna start to kind of brighten up my eyes. I mentioned it's so tiny, but it's this little cream uh, eye pencil. I like to put them in my waterline. You could use a cream color or white. I
I
know a lot of
actually do
people.
have a white one.
I know a lot of people like to use the white. I do too. The beige one is a little more natural looking,
Yeah.
but actually for the '60s look, I'll do full on white too because that's
Excited. I
perfect.
bought it literally because I heard it was like a nice tip for the water, and then I never figured out how to use it. So I'm
It
excited.
makes the whites of your eyes look whiter and brighter and all of that. So yeah, I'll totally go in, put in my waterline. And you're from Chicago, right?
Like yes and no. So I grew up in Orange County, but I DJ'd in Chicago for 6 years before being in LA like full time.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of had bounced around. Like I was in Orange County, then New York for 5 years, Chicago for 6, and I moved back to LA like a few years ago. But I split time between LA and Chicago for gigs and just like my community. So I still ID as like being a part-time Chicago resident.
Good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I've only been once, but I really liked it.
Well, whenever you go again, I will gladly make you an itinerary. I love that city so much. And
That'd be rad. I went to the museum there. I forgot what it was called. They had like a bunch of Andy Warhols there.
oh, it could have been Art Institute or MCA.
The modern.
Yeah, modern contemp. Why am I blanking on what it stands for? But MCA, I even know where it is.
It was awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to check out some museums and do all that stuff. Do you have a brow? What do you like to use for your brows? Pencil or
I just have a
powders or
pencil. Yeah.
wax? Cool. So I'll go on to brows next, and I'll just like fluff them up. I like to blend in my white eyeliner, like with whatever you're blending in with, like kind of marries them together. My last official job before everything shut down was a makeup job.
Oh
And
wow.
it was at the Chateau Marmont with about 4 models, and it was for this jacket company, and it was so fun. I just thought, this is great. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like doing makeup again during the day and working at night. This is great. I'm doing all the things I love to do, but aw,
I know.
so
I started out 2020 thinking like this. I'm crushing this year because January and February are great, and it's all good. I'm just
yeah,
happy to be safe and healthy.
yeah,
That's fine.
yes. And we are making time for music and being creative. So
Yeah, and we have an excuse to dress up, which I feel like is not necessarily how everyone feels right now during a pandemic. Like, um, I know some people in the chat will be doing makeup with us, which is really nice. And
oh, awesome. You guys have an awesome Discord. I see it, and I just love the way everyone talks and all that. It's just so much. It's less toxic than so many other things online. Like
yeah, like
real people stories and just I don't know, real stuff that we're all going through.
we have a
That's not
legit
being
fam,
filtered through some like echo chamber,
right?
you know?
Totally. Like I feel like I haven't used Facebook. I've been, slowly kind of unintentionally easing off of Facebook, but in more recent times like all the news about how little Facebook has kind of done. And I know that
Yeah,
they own Instagram, but
yeah,
Instagram isn't as toxic of an echo chamber. But anyways, I feel like Discord's kind of replaced for me that social interaction that I did like from Facebook.
yeah.
Shout out
I,
to our Discord fam.
I have also stopped using Facebook because no one's really like listening to music there. That's for doom scrolling and like earthquake. You know, if there's an earthquake, you go on Facebook and you're like, okay, there was an earthquake.
Yeah, or
Oh, they felt it too.
I mean Twitter's my earthquake check.
Oh, Twitter. That's funny.
Yeah, Twitter's where I check for earthquakes and like, cop scanner stuff.
Nice. But out of everything, Twitch is the most positive, and I do enjoy scrolling on that way more.
Yeah, and I think it's more
Yeah.
real too on Twitch because with the streamer, it's all live. So it's kind of what you say, what you do, it's unedited. And then for the chat, yeah, you can, of course, go back and fix what you're going to say. But most of the time, I feel like it's kind of become stream of consciousness because used to say something as you see it. And it's like
Uh
sometimes with typos, who cares? It's really fun.
huh. Awesome. I use,
You already look flawless and like you just started.
I'm like currently sweating and like about to ask for the fan right now. Extended the fan. So
Get her the Beyonce fan. She needs it.
for my brows, I use this Maybelline Tattoo Studio. It's kind of waxy, and I wet it with some face primer and just to make it, I don't know, more moldable. And then I use my brow brush for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been working out. I do like powders a lot.
Yeah, I was going to ask how that product compares to like the Anastasia because I know that that's kind of like the
I think
big.
wetting it a little bit helps, or adding your favorite, like a drop of oil or setting spray. You know,
Mhm.
I think it helps. But I would totally could also go in with like a brow powder and just fill it in more on top, and in the beginning. I love this one. This has like all the colors. Was it Senna,
Oh, nice.
Cena, Forma Brow, Neutral? I got it from my favorite store, Namie's. Have you been
No.
to Namie's?
No.
It's the most amazing warehouse makeup store. There's one in Burbank and one in North Hollywood, and I miss it. Shout out to Namie's. Um, so now I just kind of want to see like what the rest of my face is going to start looking like. Oh, so I want to get my lips on like as soon as possible. So I'll go in with a nude or a brown lip pencil. Maybe this one by MAC. It's called Spice. Pretty sure Miss Fame, the drag queen, mentioned this in a makeup thing, and I was like, oh, I need that because I love RuPaul's Drag Race and all the drag queens. They're my favorite.
Yes, the RuPaul's Drag Race and just drag queens in general. They've taught me so much about makeup and femininity.
I love them. I love Canada's Drag Race right now. I love the one in the UK. I love All Stars. Yeah, and when we did clubs, it was like, what's the look? What's the sound of the music? Oh, it's kind of this decade, and I don't know. Just they're so creative, and it's fun to create a look around a nightclub theme or a venue.
Totally. Actually, one of the things that I love so much about Victoria's stream is her commitment to themes. Like, those of you who've seen my streams know that I enjoy a good theme party, the occasional side ponytail and, throwback or whatever. But, like, Victoria is the queen of themes. Like,
Thank you.
I. I thought I was like into themes and then I saw her stream and I was like, that's how it's done. It's amazing.
It's just fun. I think I still feel like a kid. Like,
Yeah.
don't you still kind of feel like a kid on your parents' VHS tape, and you're like, I'm gonna put on this wig from this box of all of our costumes. I'm gonna put a show on.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's fun.
Jess and I mean, I think, did you happen to see the Disco Church takeover?
Yes,
Yeah.
amazing. I love that like collar and everything. The angel, you are an angel.
Yeah, so that stuff is what I feel like yeah, we're in like a play. Like sometimes when I'm staging my apartment or choosing clothes, I'm like, I feel like I'm in a middle school play. Oh my gosh, we just got rated. Hi, Raiders. Welcome, Patlock and friends. We're doing a little Get Ready with Me. I'm DJ Lonnie Love. This is the lovely Victoria Rawlins, also a fellow DJ and streamer here on Twitch and professional makeup artist.
Thank you. Hi. So we're still working on our face because I don't know. I wish I could just talk to you because it's so nice talking to you too.
Yeah.
But we're gonna start sculpting. I'm being bad again. I'm using this Krylon TV stick paint. This is just no shame. I'm wearing makeup, so I'm putting on makeup. I'm still like,
Wait, what's bad about the Krylon
because it's
contour
like
stick?
a wax paint stick. It's like,
Oh.
you know, there's nothing natural about it. It's just like makeup.
Yeah.
Like, you need to cover this up. Okay. So I'll just kind of like not perfectly sculpt my face out.
Yeah.
Just kind of put it on.
And for our new friends, Victoria is a all vinyl DJ. So um, if you haven't seen her stream yet, you just gotta come through. She has an amazing collection, beautifully curated and also beautifully presented. So, what can you put on your face to hide your depression? Well, you can paint it with us, or you can just throw a couple shots back.
Honestly, say something not decent about yourself, something nice, or even fake it. Like, just smile. Or sometimes I slap myself in the cheek to like wake up and like look perky.
Yeah.
Try that. Slap yourself around a little bit. I don't
The,
know.
the past 6 months, every time I feel a little down, I just like center myself on like, hey, I'm physically like safe and healthy. That's like all you can ask for right now. Yes.
Yep.
Wow. So I don't have a contour stick that was actually on my list of things that I need to buy, but can I use like a brown shadow, you think?
I would do it after your setting powder.
Okay. So it's
Usually,
blendable or
yeah,
something?
no, that's all good. It'll still, create all those shadows you want.
Yeah.
Um, I just like to put on the cream colors first, and then I'll do the color powders on top,
Got it.
like at the
So you're
once I
using the same textures, like cream with
same
cream?
colors, different textures. So right
Okay.
now it's all the cream stuff and
Okay.
all the different colors. My lips,
Right.
cream, pencil. Um, yeah, and I didn't totally like do that perfect line down the nose, but it's something, and I think it does something. So you just try to blend as much as you can. Um, I keep having to like cover up this zit in the middle of my forehead. Careful. Just want to get powder on it like ASAP so it stops moving. And we're almost there. So next I'll go in with my cream blush. I really love this Makeup Forever palette. It's one of my favorite purchases, in the last few months. Lots of different colors. I like it on my cheeks and on my lips. And I'm probably gonna go like with a more natural kind of skin, like more my natural skin blush tone. And just put on my cheeks with my fingers. There we go. I also like using a silicone brush for this.
Yeah.
It's like at up, 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 up. Like everything's supposed to go up. And blend again.
Yeah.
Press it all in. Make sure there's no creases because you're about to put the powder on, and then that'll lock everything in. You ready for powder?
Yes.
Let's do it. So yeah, recently I got this number 7 from Target. I usually like the Makeup Forever translucent, but just needed this quick.
Same. I kind of wonder what Sephora will be like, like after if
So the
for
testers,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. That's probably gone, long gone forever.
Yeah. Like that's, such a big attraction of shopping there. Being able to
Totally.
apply, but
As a teenager, I mean, it's like,
mm-hmm.
let's get ready.
Right. This Coty Airspun really is like baby powder and grandma in one.
It covers. It does what it's supposed to do, and it's perfect. It's like standard. I think I'm just. If I feel like a slight tickle in my throat, I'm just like, ugh.
The smell's too much for me. I think it's gonna be a goner.
Uh, Yeah, I'm just pressing it in with a sponge. Looks like a lot. It is a lot. Again, like I'm putting on makeup, so just putting it on, like no shame. So while the powder is kind of sitting on my face, I like to go in with a bronzer powder now. I
Mm-hmm.
like this Hula Girl bronze powder. I
From
really like Kat Von D as well. This has been through a lot,
Ooh.
but this is a great palette. So like a little bit of that, a little bit of
It's
Hula
so
Girl.
satisfying to hit the pan. Like I
Yeah.
love the feeling of knowing that I finished or, made a dent in a product.
Yes. So then I just, while the powder's all kind of everywhere, messy all over my face, I go in with my bronzing
Yes.
thing, and I start dusting away the parts that are that I put my contour on. I start doing that. So that was the brown color powder. And now I'm going to go into my blush.
Mm-hmm.
I like this Ben Eye thing. They're not joking around with this. Everything looks the way it does on the pan on your face. So like the red really shows up. I
Yeah.
just love these blushes um, for different looks. Like my 80s look when it's all like in my eye and on my temple and my cheekbone. Like this is the palette I used for that. But we're gonna use these baby pinks here
Yeah.
and lightly. Is that lightly? Probably not.
It is. It does look
Okay, good. I'm like,
delicate.
so yeah, just on the cheeks.
And bring it back.
Mm-hmm. And for some reason, I do this. I like to put it on my lips too, just to brush off the powder because I put the powder on my lips as well.
Well, powder helps lipstick kind of stay or something, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it, like puts that first layer on. And it's in, you know.
Right.
And now I'll go in with my fluffy brush just to kind of brush everything else away, like all that powder from my sponge. And pretty sure it's even now. Yeah. Go back into my lips with a pencil. And maybe some of my favorite chapstick. This Kiehl's lip balm in mango. They have lots of different scents and flavors, and they're all really good. We'll do that. Just to moisturize your lips because like powder and all this stuff, drying. Speaking of, cheers. We should refresh and stay hydrated. I think someone mentioned that in the chat room.
Yeah. What's everyone drinking, by the way, in the chat? And
I need one of your shot glasses.
yes, we got you. And we
I don't
saw
drink, but I'll put little plants in them.
perfect. I saw Dynamic Music mention George Benson. Makes him feel better. Do you have any George Benson records by chance?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Rosy buns and veggie delight. Yay. It's awesome. Okay, so yeah, dust off the powder off your eyebrows. And now to the eyes. So I don't know what your favorite eyeliner is, but I like this e.l.f. Um,
Ooh.
liquid eyeliner. They're like $3.
I have to get
Like
that then.
I like the long, thin flick.
Right. I've been using
Uh,
that NYX Epic Ink eyeliner.
is it like a felt tip?
It's a brush tip. I love brush tips.
I like brush tips too. Yeah.
Here we go. Is it here? I moved all my makeup out of the bathroom to bring it here, but uh, finding everything is like not the easiest. Oh, I guess I can use my L'Oreal one. But yeah.
What is that?
I have a L'Oreal Infallible
Oh.
Flash Cat Eye. And then what's funny is it came with this stencil to do a wing. But
Oh, stamp.
yeah, but I don't, I tried
Oh,
it.
stencil.
Yeah. And I was like,
Do you want to try
I can
it?
try it again. Yeah. I think I tried it once and I was like, I'm not sure one size fits most or any.
hmm
I think I freehand better.
Well, we're just gonna do a cat eye.
Yeah.
However you like your cat eyes, short or long, skinny, thick.
Okay.
Um, it all depends if you want to connect.
Yeah.
I think I might want to connect the top wing to the bottom, so I might do something big and long.
Okay. So we're going for large
Eyelash.
dramatic.
We're going for a cat eye,
Yeah.
big or small.
Okay. All right.
And I usually start like in the middle, just so all the ink goes in the middle and not like the inside of my eye or wherever. And goodness, I'm always getting things stuck in my eyes too. So I kind of like to look at the way my eyelashes flick out, and I try to, just kind of trace it a little bit or copy it. I don't know if that makes sense, but sometimes I do that.
When you do eyeliner and mascara, do you have to open your mouth or can you do it with
Yeah,
your mouth closed?
pretty sure. And I don't think I'm breathing either.
Yeah. I'm like literally holding my breath.
Like, and I'm like, I'm so happy I didn't have coffee because then I'd be a disaster. Hi, Silver Z. Meow. We're doing cat eyes right now, and everybody looks good in a cat eye.
Ooh, look at that.
Um,
That
yeah,
is epic.
I have like little skin tags everywhere too, so it's like, ugh. Try to get it over those. Don't have those mess everything up.
Oh, it is called a wing, right? It's cat eye or winged eyeliner.
Yeah.
Someone saw in the chat. Yeah. You're right, Twomp, the DJ.
Oh,
Spinurita.
DJ. Hey, Spinurita. Yes.
Yo, Spinurita, join us. Get ready with us, and then you can DJ with your makeup.
I would love to do all my friends' makeup, honestly.
Yeah.
I used to just do it for fun. I made my friend's makeup up for Halloween. She was Lady Miss Cure, and she had the wig, and we did the blue eyeshadow and the fun 60s eye, and I love her.
Shout
I
out
just think like
Spinurita.
makeup and music go hand in hand. Like, I don't know. It's a part of like a full fantasy, you know? And there's a lot of bands that just like wear t-shirts and jeans and like that's cool too, but
I love that. Yes. Right.
You don't want to deal with it. I do that a lot. Oh, they can't hear me?
Oh, is it back now? Sorry, I think I just maybe hit the crossfader. Oh, there, we're good. Okay. Thank you.
Pretty good. Nice. I'm just saying I like to glue stuff on my face. It's fun. Did you do both eyes?
Oh, so gotta finish. Yes. Sorry. It's like, so the funny thing about live streaming is there's just so many things to do, you know, keeping up with
I
the
know you got
chat.
your hand in the mixer. So, and I used to do a lot of like record cover inspired makeup, like Visage's Fade to Gray. The album cover is like
I just played that song
puffy
last night and
and
like,
blue and it's like drippy. I love it.
yeah.
That whole Blitz, all the Blitz makeup and all the Club Kids stuff. I love that. I just think it's so cool. So, looking good. Perfect. Yes. It's okay if one is, a little different than the other. And you're going to go back in also. So, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah, what you were saying about like, you know, dressing up for shows, I feel like, you know, for some artists, they, yes, just a t-shirt's their thing and then they do presentation via visuals or graphics. But you do it all, which is like what I love. Yeah,
Thank
and I can tell that it's just genuinely like something you enjoy.
you. Well, I do love it. Sometimes I wish I could just wear like a t-shirt and jeans, but then it's like, I don't know. Just
It doesn't inspire you.
it's just like, oh, but my bra doesn't blah blah blah, and my bra and the shirt and the jeans and they cut me here and like it's just so much easier to be like, I'm wearing a dress or I'm wearing a big robe and like a bunch of shit like all on top. I don't know. That's just me. But I did totally purge my closet very recently too, which I encourage a lot of people to do as well.
Man, I'm sure your closet purge was epic.
I'm kind of like, is Wasteland still open? Like, I
Yeah,
don't know what to do
there's
because,
a crossroads by me.
and they're
And
taking clothes.
yeah, so
Because I have like a lot of Nasty Gal and L'Ecole de Femme and like just a bunch of stuff I'm ready to drop at Goodwill. And I'm like,
no,
what do I
for
do?
oh, so
Jeffrey Campbell shoes. Like, I don't know what to do.
so you should definitely bring it to one of the like you know stores, consignment or secondhand sellers, especially because I know you have a lot of good stuff. And then Goodwill would be a last resort because only about 10% of clothes donated to Goodwills even get like sold. And then
Please.
it ends up going into the dumpster.
Landfill.
Yeah, so you could go donate to like Dress for Success if it's like
Thank you.
yeah, because any if you donate clothes, and this is for the chat, if you have clothes or goods that you donate, donating it to specific charities kind of increases the chances and likelihood of it getting used versus going to a landfill.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you. See,
yeah,
I forget about this stuff when I'm just like, it just has to go because
yeah. Or you
I
can
have
do
50 years, it doesn't fit, and blah, blah, blah.
right, and this is ambitious, but you know, like Poshmark and all that stuff. I feel like you could set up a beautifully curated store, but who has the time? Who has the time?
No,
Yeah,
but thank you. That was like great advice.
yeah,
Are you ready for the hard part?
yeah. All right, let's do it.
Okay. Well, we're gonna do another wing kind of line on top, right above our crease.
Oh boy. Uh
So
huh.
wherever your crease is,
Yeah.
you're gonna do the line right on top of it
Okay.
with the thinnest, tiniest brush you have,
Uh huh.
or your flicky
I might yes do eyeliner.
eyeliner.
Okay.
Sometimes if I'm in a jam, I'll take my eyeliner thing, wet it in water.
Mm-hmm.
I first like to do a tracing in like a gray
Okay.
before I go in with eyeliner. So you can wash that off and then dip it in some brown or gray eyeshadow.
Yes. Oh, I found a thin brush. It's a miracle.
Okay, the hard part.
I'm going to watch you do this first.
And just want to make sure there's no foundation creasing in your eye. Look straight on and just start. I mean, there's Q-tips. And just kind of tracing your natural eye shape, whatever it is. You're just like doubling up on it. And you're going down into the corner. And that looks pretty okay. Um, Usually it's way messier and I have to do a lot of cleanup. And I still will, but
I feel like you kind of just nailed it on the first go, I have to say.
I'll just like kind of clean it up like this and that, whatever. And I'll do it on the same eye as soon as I can so that muscle memory is still in there and I'm like, it's not a big deal. I got this. I can do this like nothing. So, same thing. Look straight in the mirror, dead on, start in the middle. Little swoop. I feel like the swoop is bigger than the other one. I also have a lazy eye. My eye always has to go dead to like look in one direction. Like, I don't know if you can tell. I got like a weird lazy eye.
Whoa, that's so basic. I feel like
So
you just did
stupid.
a magic trick. Like would have never. I'm pretty much like convinced you're just like a goddess, you know?
What's that?
I'm just I'm just convinced you're like a real life goddess and perfect in every way. And you still are, but you're just like, oh, you have blemishes? What? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you want to tell them how I answered with your test call?
Oh no, it's so cute. She had like little like blemish or mask or something on, but my hair was
Connect
wet.
the
I just came
dots.
out of the shower, so
Yeah. Yeah, spot treatment is good. Sometimes if it's a really bad breakout, I'll sleep in my mask, like a spot treatment mask, and just hope it's better the next day. I don't know. I've always dealt with acne. That was another reason why I did esthetician, and I just like, I don't know. But it is what it is.
so with this inner corner, like, is it kind of going? Okay, it's like I see
You want to go just a little bit past your
past your
corner.
inner corner. Yeah.
Yeah, not too far down.
So I
Um,
have like hooded eyes. So when I do eyeshadow looks, it's like a struggle for me, kind of.
yeah, I mean,
But
placement. It's all about placement with
yeah.
everybody. I mean, you can make yourself look, older than your real age by placement. So
Yes, I've definitely done that before where I'm like, I spent all this time doing makeup. How do I look less cute?
impossible. But I know what you mean, and it changes like throughout the years too. Like it's like, oh, I can't do my eyeliner in this direction anymore because my face is
Faces change.
changing or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, so like for you, I would maybe like experiment with like your pops of color like down here, or wherever. I used to really like doing the winged eyeliner down here too. Like there was a high school phase of mine where everything was all on the bottom, just
Right.
like the color and
Hey, we got
one
DJ Miggy in the chat. Hello, friend. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
and Linda Nuves. I love Linda
What?
Nuves. She's from Chulita Vinyl Club,
Aw.
another record collector.
Thanks for joining us, Linda. Linda, do you stream?
Yeah, she does.
Do. Okay. I gotta give you a follow.
Yeah, she'll be doing something with the Umanas. Is that tonight? There's a bunch of like, I'm going to be doing a couple Brazilian raids these next couple days.
Yes.
Soon with the Umanas. But this Sunday I'll be with Dominguera and DJ Thiago and the whole crew.
I love that.
Okay, well, yeah, they're slightly different, and I'm running out of Q-tips. And this is just like the tracing part. I mean the what's it called? Before I trace over it, just to make sure it's okay. So looks good. What color do you think you're gonna choose for your middle for your lid?
I think I actually have this other palette that's really bright. I was gonna maybe do a bright blue.
Bright blue?
Yeah.
Cool. I was kind of thinking of this blue too.
Okay, let me grab it. I just realized I think I left it behind, but I'll be right back.
This palette's awesome. This is Makeup Forever. I use it a lot for Halloween. I'm sure a lot of you makeup people saw the video on how to make your own concealer from these colors. You could do that too if you're in a bind. But I'm excited to use this blue. Oh, nice. The NYX.
Got.
This guy?
Oh yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I feel like NYX makes it easy for me to kind of experiment without feeling like I'm wasting money.
Yeah. I just want it to be really poppy. So I haven't done this before, but I'm going to use this first and then a powder on top. And we'll see. But I kind of want to be painterly with it and paint it on.
Yeah, I was thinking, should I maybe put that white eyeliner as a base?
You could maybe wet. Why don't you wet a brush like this?
Yeah.
Or something small.
Mm-hmm.
Wet it and just kind of like scrape it around. Maybe
Okay.
this blue.
Yeah.
Oh, I think for that makeup look, I did use this one.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Or like a combo. So just like scrape it around, add some water.
Yeah. Okay.
Make a paste. Not too thick, not too thin.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. So yeah, this could work, or this could all start melting off. But it should be good. What are your Halloween ideas? Because this palette just makes me think of Halloween, like that's it.
So I think Club Mesh and I will do a group costume, like Mortal Kombat or something like that.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, it looks so stunning. I love what you did.
Don't you feel like you need like 30 costumes though? Almost every
Yes.
Halloween season, especially being a DJ, it's like, hey, that's dog. I feel like I need like several costumes. That's my dog, Dot. Okay. Hello, Kapiki. And thank you again, Linda Nubez.
using Club Mesh shot glass actually to do this.
And I love how worlds are colliding right now. You know, it's like the DJ world and the makeup world for me. And that happened one other time last year at EDC. I got to be a part of the makeup team for EDC with my friend Vanessa Burgundy. She's their key makeup artist.
That's awesome.
And she brought me on for 3 days and we did like hundreds of girls and it was incredible. Lots of different looks. Very creative crew over there. The wigs and the costumes and the spray painting, and we were right behind one of the main stages too. So,
And is this who are you doing the makeup for? Who are the girls that you were dressing
the
up?
dancers at Electric Daisy, they have a major crew of dancers and characters and stuff. So we were creating all of their looks because there's different characters for different stages, and it's very, very thought out. That team is incredible, and yeah, we were behind one of the main stages, and it was just like pyro and fire and boom and explosions and just walking around backstage. Like all these stage setups were just so amazing. Like whoever was on stage was performing, but then the next act, like their whole rig was ready on a platform to go. Just this rotating machine is just awesome.
So that would be like a dream for me. Is I would love to play like a giant show like that with that level of production value. I mean, who doesn't want to play a show like that, to be honest?
Yeah.
But, I've always thought, oh, how fun would that be? And then now I'm like, I would bring an avocado. My writer would be like, oh, must have avocado float for crowd surfing.
That's good. I mean, this time is a blessing. I mean, I don't know if it's a blessing, but Twitch is a blessing, and you're gonna get there. Like, we just got to keep going and keep dreaming and stuff. And everybody needs to do that. Like, whatever your dream is, whatever you want to do, just go for that.
Right. I feel
because there's nothing else to do. There's nothing else you can do. Do what you want to do. Your dream.
I do feel more in touch with my creativity in a way that I surprisingly, didn't expect right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are pumping it out. It's awesome.
Thank you.
You guys together and you alone, it's awesome.
Eye makeup sisters, not twins.
I know, right? Oh my God. I wanted to say that, but yeah, but it's true. It's true.
I'm gonna have to deal with this left eye later, but
it's gonna go in circles just a couple times. So another saying is like it has to look, all over the place before it looks pulled together.
Yeah.
So I'm always like telling the models like, don't look yet. Look at the last 2 minutes. Then you can look at the last 2 minutes. Yeah. I'm gonna go over this cream stuff with the powder now.
Okay.
Just to set it in so it doesn't start sliding on me. I love this Kat Von D double-ended brush. Like this end and like this little tiny end. I got to go to one of her amazing parties a couple years ago, and she like gifted everyone with amazing gold brushes and makeup, and she She puts on very fun events, Kat.
That's
Um,
awesome.
and
You're,
she's friends with Vanessa, so that's how I got to meet her. All right. So I'm gonna use the same blue that you were using in the NYX palette. And just tap it in. Yes. What kind of music are you gonna play tonight?
uh, like our kind of house hip hop party jams vibe that we tend to do on Fridays, me and the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I want to say it's like open format because we kind of play from a bunch of different genres, but it definitely kind of skews stuff that has a little more bass or, higher energy than some of our usual sets.
Uh huh. I love them. They're so much fun.
And
And
yes,
again,
we.
like
Oh, go
your
ahead.
viewers, just the family you guys have created. It's like I think it's special and important.
Thank you. I'm really grateful. I feel like we all need each other. Like,
I
yeah.
talked to yes. We're each using the NYX. This guy. I also use this grease paint.
That's why she's got that extra pop because she's got the pro palette.
This thing is awesome. You can do everything with it. Um, so now it's just time to go back over with black eyeliner
Hmm.
over my wing and the top. Do you have any shimmery stuff that you like? Do
I
you have
do
like
have some shimmery
a
stuff.
blue highlighter like this or something?
I've got this in
The Pat
here.
McGrath?
Yeah, there's like a glitter, but I don't know if the glitter's too chunky.
Let me see.
Like it actually, it's when I bought, not when I bought it, when I saw it, I thought it
Oh,
was,
the one with the red in it.
yeah. Wait, do you have all the mothership palettes or most of them? Oh, I love palettes.
You know what I had to do too? I saved all the packaging just because I mean she's so
Prolific.
awesome.
Yeah,
This is beautiful. I mean, how can I throw this away?
I know. They're really
Welcome
nice.
to why I have a bunch of records and clothes and stuff. But yeah. Well, if you had some kind of any of your favorite shimmery highlighter thing, maybe put it on top of your blue,
Okay, let me see.
just to kind of make it all one and make it pretty and glossy.
Yeah, let me look at the Morphe palette and see what I have there. So I'm with Pat McGrath, do you feel like it's worth the premium?
Um, I do like them.
Yeah.
I wet them.
Mm,
I wet them. I use this Mehron mixing liquid sometimes to make eyeliners out of it.
yeah.
And they are a couple years old now, so maybe they're not my go-tos anymore. But for certain colors, yeah, I
Yeah.
still really like them. Hello, Rydka.
Got Ryan in the chat. Ico-esque. Happy Friday, friends.
And I don't want to show this, but I do have this palette.
It's
By
okay. It's, you bought it, I'm, guessing a while back. It's fine. It's fine.
sometimes I use it. I don't think I need it today, but I don't know. I am in the market for new stuff, so if anybody has new finds they love right now, I'd love to hear about them. Your favorite sunscreen or your favorite anything. You end up using the same stuff over and over. You're like, is this working? Just sprayed myself some rose water.
There is a skincare product that I've been using for maybe 4 months now. Rescue Skin, they sponsored a DJ event that I did.
Oh,
And that
cool.
serum, it's so great. It's like pricey. It's over 100, but I will say my skin has never looked better.
Oh, please,
I'll
please
send it.
text me this.
Okay.
Yes. ColourPop. I love ColourPop. Maybe I'll use some of that. This highlighter. I like this. Yes. I like that shimmer on top. I think it makes the blue look like babyier, like
Yeah,
more lighter, like a baby blue.
I like it. I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to. I can't. I think the left eye I'll have to do off stream, but my right eye, I'm surprisingly like I'm pretty
It's a
proud of
good.
myself
That's a really good shape.
for as rudimentary of skills as I have.
I love that shape, and I love that you weren't like scared. Like, don't be scared to put on makeup. Everyone,
You
just
can
put it
literally,
on.
yeah,
You
you can
know.
literally wash it off. It's pretty low risk.
But I know it's like, ugh. But that's an awesome shape. And yeah, if you want to clean it up, go in with your um, foundation or your favorite concealer, and sometimes I'll wet a tiny little, or I'll put some concealer on a tiny little brush,
Yeah.
and instead of using a Q-tip to clean everything up,
Mm-hmm.
I'll use a brush that has my foundation or concealer on it, and you know, I'll clean it up like that, and it really helps. I know we use a lot of Q-tips, but this is a good method too.
Yeah.
Just to, I don't know, erase without.
So Constant Pro asked, if you get it wrong or you don't like where you put the line, is it difficult to reset and try again?
No, if that's why I like using like the shadow first.
Yeah.
So it's good, and you'll just have look at it from all the angles. Go like this, this. Looking at it from all angles helps a lot. And we're almost done. I'm like trying to be good on time. Where are we
Oh,
at
no,
right
no, no. I was going to say, take your time.
Okay.
So this is for a chat, like really, I'm very grateful for people who are tuned in.
Seriously.
Yeah. Cause no, I feel like we're in a good place. Take your time. Like we could be here for another, you know, 45 minutes. People kind of pop in, pop out. We got Earl Grey Esquire in the chat. See, we're good.
Yes.
No, so when I had told you kind of the time thing, that was based off of previous experiences, but this is a different thing. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
I could be
Okay,
here all
good.
evening. I'm very much like mesmerized by your work and
Aw.
like,
I really would love to just like talk to you some more, like on the phone. Like I don't know, just
yeah, we should definitely catch up like after this.
yeah. And I do talk to my Twitch friends more than other friends, and I don't know. It's just nice. It's like a real community,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Yes, Linda Nunez. She killed it at Clifton's. I can't believe it was already last year, but I was doing this like salsa night,
Mm-hmm.
booking like bands and DJs, and I was just asking around, like, I need a salsa DJ who plays like vinyl and it's cool, and
Right.
everyone was like Linda Nunez.
That's
So
awesome, Linda.
we like, I don't know, just got along. I love the people that I just get along with right away, who are nice.
See,
And
I feel like Linda, like what you have there, if you're like prolific, I can't wait to check out your streams. But
yeah,
when your reputation, what is it, precedes you, that's pretty next level.
and I don't know. I grew up out here in LA in Whittier, and grew up in a house full of women with my mom and my sister, and my dad lived in Century City, and I always went back and forth. I saw my dad on the weekends in Century City and the West Side, but I went to school in Whittier, and every single day I saw my mom and sister getting ready, and my sister was big into Mac and just every subculture you could think of. Growing up in Whittier, that's like what everyone cared about. Just like what's your scene and what are you into? What music do you listen to? And so she was very experimental with her hair and her makeup, and I just loved watching them get ready. And I'm sure a lot of people that are into makeup started that way, just
Right.
watching like the glamour people in your lives getting ready. It's just that's how you learn.
And your mom was an artist too, right? Singer or something?
Yeah, my mom was a Spanish pop singer. She was like signed to Latin Motown, and she did a lot of work for Disney and lots of different stuff like that. Commercials and touring with like Olivia Newton-John and U2 and
Wait,
Christina Aguilera.
what's your mom's background? Like how did she, you know, learn
My
Spanish?
mom, my mom grew up in Los Angeles in Montebello, California,
Mm-hmm.
which is right next to Whittier. So we've all stayed close. She just always knew what she wanted to do, which I envy. Those people that are just like, I want to be a singer, and like I'm not going to stop, and ever. Like this is what I
Right.
want to do. So as a little girl, she wanted to be a singer, and she did that. She won Miss East LA de Mexico, and that got her introduced to like all the session people in Los Angeles doing a bunch of Spanish session work, and
Wow.
she just kept growing and growing. And then she met my dad, who was also a musician, a jazz guy, and they worked together a little bit. And then, I mean, what I'm really most proud of her for doing is being the executive director of the Los Angeles Music and Art School. That's in East LA on 3rd and Indiana, and she was the director of that school, and she did a lot for the community for East LA. And uh, I went, I took so many classes there growing up as a kid, and um, she
You're
put a lot of love and hard work into that school. And
Geez,
she's no longer the director, but just a love for music, like lifelong love for music and the
yeah.
arts,
She's a
and for
legend.
Los Angeles, and for like the Latin community and stuff. Like that's my mom. Her name is Isela Sotelo, and she still is doing her stuff. Like I'm still singing.
I love that so much.
Makes her happy, and yeah, just I don't know. That's my mom.
Well, I mean, I think, seems like so much of your family is creative. That's so cool that you grew up in a household with someone so iconic.
Yeah, it was. She was great. Always singing, lots of music. Always singing.
Yeah.
So it was either like Spanish stuff or my sister's like punk rock stuff or whatever she was into at the time. And yeah. And then I'd go hang out on the west side with my dad, and he'd be working at like the Friars Club or whatever. And I would get to sneak into the Friars Club and like, I don't know, stuff like that. Just always around music, always around like jazz people or uh, Spanish artists and stuff. So I love music, and I don't know, music and art. And I used to feel like I liked too many things. Well, I like makeup and I like music, and I also want to be a singer. I also want to be an artist, and well, I can't because they did that, and I had to do
No.
something different.
So I will tell you what I advice that I had to hear myself, because I felt very much the same way you do, where I'm like, what do I do with myself? Like I have so many interests. Um, like a lot of people will be like, oh, you should be a blogger. And I did that. I did fashion blogging back in the day. And I was like kind of burnt out on it because the scene kind of changed into something that wasn't really like right for me. And then I
Uh-huh.
was like, well, okay, you know what? I don't think it makes sense to do both DJing and blogging. So I focused on DJing for a long time. And then I was like, but I still like these other things. And people were like, oh, well, you should be a, you should be a lifestyle blogger because you always have hacks for everything and
Uh-huh.
information about stuff. And I was like, I don't really know. Plus also time, of course. And then now I think with Twitch, that's kind of just what I've done indirectly is like, yes, DJ sets are kind of where my focus is, but stuff like our session today, which thank you again for being a part of, being a guest. I feel like I just want to highlight people that I admire and, share some of their magic with our viewers.
Yeah, you're definitely a creative, and not everybody is, you know? Like you could get away with a bunch of stuff, but when you're on the spot like this, you're live,
Right.
it really shows. And again, like I love what you're pumping out. Like you're just being creative, you're not being too precious about it. You're just like boom boom boom. You're just going. And like that's what creative people need to do. Just like let it flow. And like I don't know. I'm also
Thank
talking
you.
to myself, because
Yeah.
I'm sure you're a perfectionist too. Like
Right.
just it has to be a certain way, but just letting it go.
Well, it's funny. I feel like there are certain categories where some of us can just go, even if it's not perfect and we know enough. Like, for example, I feel like for you, makeup is one of those things where, like, you can make it perfect. And if it's a little imperfect, you can roll with it, maybe. But, and with me, like cooking, I just experiment all the time. And overall, I would say I'm a good cook. With my boyfriend, he can't do that. He has to measure stuff out.
Uh
And then
huh.
when it comes to music, I have to study like everything, like music theory and am I mixing this right? Am I starting the layers right? What's really the best way to make an Ableton file? Which you can't tell
Hmm.
someone the right or wrong way. It's just making music. But my boyfriend will be like, "Oh, I'm just smashing a bunch of buttons and keys, and checking this out. It's awesome." And I was like, "What? How?" But with cooking, he has to measure things out, and I feel like it's just a mindset thing of like letting yourself just be okay with making mistakes. And then also just telling yourself you just have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome. How long have you guys been together for?
We've been dating for like 3 years now, maybe. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But we were friends for a decade or like 11 years before we started dating. So sometimes I'll joke about how he was in the friend zone, which I'm like, hey, that's an honor.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Aw, that's cool. Yeah, I'm actually about to celebrate um, our anniversary next week. We're we'll be married for 8 years and together for 12.
Wow.
Kind of the same amount of time, 11 years.
Yeah.
Knowing someone for that long.
Yeah. I mean, I knew my partner for a long time, but we I feel like all the time in between that we were friends, dating other people, like I needed that to be the right partner for him and he needed that to be the right partner for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I felt like I went through a bunch of stuff early on. So around when I met Kieran, I was like, yes, this is it. I deserve something nice. I deserve just like a nice relationship that feels really good and
Yeah.
not like everything else you get so used to.
Right.
You're like, oh, you're cheating on me again. Okay, well, that's just what guys do, I guess.
Right. They don't it doesn't have to be like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, no, you could actually meet someone has who's your best friend, who cares about you, who has your best interests.
Right.
And I don't know.
So for anyone who's just joining us, I'm Lonnie Love. This is Victoria Rawlins, amazing DJ, amazing makeup artist, and we're doing a kind of 60s inspired eye look. She's a pro, like legit pro. I am an amateur, but I'm doing my best and having fun with it.
It's such a good shape.
Thank you. This
I
one's a
love
bit
it.
gotta the left side, but I'm getting
Just
there.
do it. So I just went over the black liner on the bottom, the cat eye, and the one on top. And once you do that, you'll see how it really pops. And your blue will look more blue, and the blacks will look more black. And it'll all come together. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely do finishing touches like after this stream, but before Club Mesh, so I can show off the final product. But
please take
so,
as many selfies as you possibly can and send them to me.
yes, I will.
And everyone in the chat, if they could post it to your Discord, right?
Yeah, you can post it to Discord or Instagram. I tagged Victoria in the post for today's stream, so you can
Boys
tag
and girls,
her.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, and even if you just did your makeup, it doesn't have to be like this look. But if you kind of just got ready with us, would love to see the vibe. And another thing my friend said about creative work, she's like, sometimes it's like, I don't know if creative work's ever done, it's just due. So you just have to kind of decide, you have to set a deadline for yourself and be like, if I, whatever state it's in by this date, we kind of have to roll with it. And sometimes, yes, you'll have it done, or maybe it's not done, but you can negotiate with yourself where you're like, okay, you have another week or another couple weeks.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I had to do a few pre-recorded things, and the first night I was like, I just gotta get it done. I gotta do it. It's gotta be good. And it was awful. I felt totally defeated. Like I'm not good. I suck.
Yeah.
The usual thing that swirls around.
Right.
But then the second night, it was so much better because I was just like, I'm just gonna do it and do my best and let it flow.
I feel like one of the reasons why I like Twitch is because I can't overanalyze it. I can't pick at it. It's live. So like, yes, of course, there's so much behind the scenes work that we do between streams to make the next one better. But like for that, those couple hours or few hours that you're live, you just do what you can do. And yeah.
I love it. I love that it's like kind of ephemeral too. It's like once it's out there, and that's just it.
Yeah.
It's nice. And I did do this like Zoom party for the Disco Dining Club of the Night People a couple nights ago. And it was Zoom, so there was no chat room. And to be honest, I felt a little lost.
Oh my gosh, I know. So
lost and alone. I'm like, do they like it? Are they dancing?
Yeah, I don't see any emotes. Is anyone happy right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm in a gnome costume. Help me. What are they saying? What are they doing?
Yeah, I've DJ'd a couple Zoom events, like a high school graduation I did a couple months back, a couple like office happy hours, and like I know that they enjoyed it because I could see their smiling faces, but the lack of chat, man, or and lack of familiarity too. There's not your usual people that you chat with. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not a bummer, but exactly. Like, hey, it's Miss Chestnut. Hey, Rosie Buns. Like,
right.
It's just, I don't know.
Right.
But still very fun. I think someone asked about the Grease palette. This is the Makeup Forever. This goes for about $100-something bucks.
Ooh. Well, I mean, it's professional.
It does last a long time.
Right.
Okay. Well, I kind of went over all the lines.
Love it.
And everything seems filled in. I connected mine like this. There goes my lazy eye.
I told you, you're a. Oh my God. I think it's like especially funny coming from you because you're just so cute and yeah, you're amazing.
Thank you. This is so much fun. Okay. Well, did you went over your lines? Or
I'm going to do the lines later. Yeah, because I feel like it's a lot of pressure.
Definitely important though.
Yes.
So after you make everything black again.
Yes.
Go in with your mascara.
Okay.
This one isn't my favorite, but I have been running out of makeup, so it's brown, preferably black.
Got it.
I'd go for a black one.
Okay.
And just, put your mascara on. You got your white eyeliner in your waterline
Yeah.
already, so that's good. We're gonna do false eyelashes. So I always feel like putting on mascara just helps like hold it.
Yeah.
Some people like to not not do that and then marry them together, which is cool too, but you could do both also. It's
Yeah.
like not too much. And a lot on the bottom. Yep. And actually, I should have drawn in my eyelashes on the bottom before I did my bottom mascara, but I like to use the little thin um, flicky eyeliner again and just look at the direction of my eyelashes and kind of do the little twiggy kind of thing. I usually do 5
Yeah.
or 6.
So
But
if someone like me who has kind of like slightly puffy bags under their eyes, should they still do the twiggy thing?
I mean, everyone has the same, everyone has under eyes. So placement, again, it's like the
Yeah.
placement, the length, so maybe not as long or
Right.
not as together.
Mm-hmm.
But always make the first one long, the longest.
Okay.
And I have to count it down or I mess it up.
Okay.
Um, sorry,
No.
about to lose power. There we go. So one. Oh, fuck! I fucked it up. Sorry, on the wholesome channel. I'm so sorry.
It's totally cool. They named me that. I didn't. I didn't.
I love it though. Ugh.
Earl Grey, thank you for gifting us stuff.
Okay, so since I messed up, instead of using the Q-tip, I'm gonna go in with my brush with my foundation
Ooh.
color.
It's kind of like white out, but for makeup.
Exactly, exactly. And you're not like removing too much.
Hi, Matt Joe. Thanks for joining us. What time is your stream, Victoria?
I'm gonna go on later tonight, probably like 11.
Okay. All right. So, per usual, you can catch Victoria late night bringing the vibes. Club Mesh is kicking off a bit earlier. We'll be rating chess night after we're done here.
Okay, not perfect, but it's still
Wow.
something,
No, that's so cute.
and it does create an illusion.
So should they be going kind of out? I feel like that's how you flicked it.
Yeah, out to the side, all
Yeah.
in like the same
Direction.
direction. This time, that's how it worked out.
Yeah.
But for you, it'd be totally cute too if you like made it, shorter and rounder, and then like change the direction, or
Yeah.
you could do that too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll shorten it up. And then we'll put on false eyelashes.
Wow.
And just a gloss and some highlighter. And yeah.
Earl Grey, thank you so much for gifting Linda Nunez.
Ooh, I keep messing it up. Light Q-tip action.
Oh, it's kind of nice to know that even a pro like you,
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not a pro.
you are a pro.
No.
You're every stream you just bring the looks, the whole vibes. Like
Thank you.
there are some streams where I watch them on my phone and I'm like, that's fine. That's all I kind of need. Just like, it's good audio, like whatever. But then your stream, I always have to cast to the TV. It's like necessary.
Thank you.
Even when I'm lurking, it's on my TV.
Thank you. I don't know. Just, it's I'm sure it's hard for a lot of people to take a compliment, you know?
Yeah, I get that. I've the same.
So thank you. I have to like get rid of that voice that automatically says, no, 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 not you. Other people, not you.
Right.
That's like a thing that, that I've been working on for a long time. Like, I feel like everybody can do anything. And then me, it's like, oh no, not me.
Oh, absolutely. So
I don't know that is. It's like a,
I'll send you this read. It was about it's what was it? Um it's not that we need self confidence, we need compassion, self compassion. So actually right at the beginning of quarantine, um I was seeing a stress management coach.
awesome.
Um it's kind of borders like therapy, but it's kind of more focused. It's like a set amount of sessions. Therapy is kind of ongoing, and it
Mhm.
sometimes is about someone's past, whereas these
Yeah.
coaching sessions were about like habits. So I had some bad habits that I wanted to address. I felt like the amount of stress that I feel is not right. It's like disproportionate to like all the things that I have to be grateful for.
Yeah.
So the thing that came up was she kept bringing up like, why are you so hard on yourself? And then the one session that really like where I kind of had like my breakthrough, she was like, okay, I want you to tell me about like describe a good coach or a good mentor.
Uh huh.
And she had picked up, she's like, you sound like you're often like a motivator for people who are around you, you're a mentor, like it sounds very natural for you. I was like, yes. So she's like, all right, tell me about what a good mentor looks like, whether it's you or someone that was a good mentor to coach for you. And I started describing all the usual things, and she's like, describe a bad coach. And I'm like, someone who micromanages, someone who's a naysayer, just very negative. And then she's like, all right, so what kind of coach or mentor are you for yourself? And I just started bawling because I was like, why am I so terrible to myself? But after that, I was like, it just, I, I was reminded that I'm doing myself no favors by not, yeah, being so hard. Like you can, you can get just as much work done and push yourself in the same way. I think I used to tell myself that like, oh, if I like to be hard on myself because it makes me work harder. But
Hmm.
I was like, all right, I'm starting to hit the point of diminishing returns where it's not healthy. So, anyways,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like you think you're putting yourself in check and you're like being humble or, just not, maybe I'm wrong, always thinking like maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Can't think you're right all the time, but it's not helpful. And we should all be our own best friends. That's what I'm trying to do.
I know that Kanye's kind of gotten a lot of bad press for his various episodes and stuff, but one thing Kanye does well is Kanye is his number one fan.
Yeah.
He,
I adore those people that are like, I love myself and I love myself like it's my job to love myself. I'm just like, whoa. you know? I never think like, oh well fuck you because, you think
yeah.
you're all good. It's like, wow, that's pretty awesome when you
Yeah.
think about it.
Well, I think in Asian cultures, there's humility is really valued. Like my parents would always let their friends brag about their kids, and I was like, "Yo, I have better grades. I'm better at piano. Why aren't you talking about me?" They're like, "Shh, shh,
Uh-huh.
no." Like they're like, "No, no, no." It's like part superstition, part like just like a cultural like
Uh-huh.
manners thing. Um, but then I internalized that in a bad way where I never let myself celebrate my wins. Um,
Aw, you should.
I know.
Honestly, I'm a cheerleader for you and
Thank you.
Club Mesh. I'm just like I tell my friends, like, give yourself a pat on the back. Like literally, do this,
Yeah.
hug yourself. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It helps. Maybe crazy, but
Yeah. So self compassion is the idea of being kind to yourself, celebrating your wins, and understanding that like mistakes and losses and stuff is just part of the process and not to harp on it for longer than you need to.
yeah. So okay, so right now I'm getting my eyelashes. These are the Demi Wispies.
Oh, yes.
I love these. You could get them anywhere at Target or
Sally Beauty.
wherever they fit on almost everyone's eye. I mean, I
Yes.
I used to get these a lot for shoots because they just pop on. It's so easy. So I have a little dot of glue here. I'm dipping my pointy brush. I'm putting it along the lash strip. I'll do the other one and I'll let them chill out for 30 seconds.
And
Yes, I love Ardell. I mean, they they work.
have you played with the magnetic lashes?
I glued them on my eyes. The ones I used were terrible.
Yeah.
So I just ended up gluing them. Do you like using them?
Um, my friend Crystal recommended it. Yeah, I think I like it. The only thing is, I feel like that the magnet eyeliner product, it's very
Like,
yeah, and it's very thick. So taking it off is like I'm just I'm
yeah.
just like holding a cotton ball of like makeup remover for a while.
Ow.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that. I hear somebody.
Oh, do we have a special guest?
Is DJ Pikachu coming? I don't know. I hear a little dude. Okay, so I got my eyelashes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pop them on. And seriously, these just fit.
Yo, you
I
guys
don't know.
see how she just nailed that? That's crazy.
I feel like it's the demi wispies. They just pop on. If you want to push them down more with a tweezer, you could do that. Nothing crazy, just something, but
Yeah.
you could probably see the difference a little bit.
Yeah.
Even from far away, I can see
Your
the
eye
difference.
seems more open with the lash. Just
Yeah, it just makes the black blacker, which makes the blue bluer and all that, and fills in the gaps. So next,
and for friends who haven't applied lashes before, it is kind of difficult the first time you do it because you're just like, it's definitely just one of those things where it's muscle memory. The more you do it, the easier it gets. But it's funny. Sometimes I feel like I'll put them on like pretty quick and I'm like, wow, I nailed both. And the other times, I'm rushing before a wedding or something and I'm like, I get one side and the other one is like on my eyebrow. I'm like, why can't I get it?
yeah. Oh well, I mean it's so much practice. I
Yeah.
wish I could show you the pictures of me being like 15 years old trying to go to Rocky Horror with like an eyelash glued on like the middle of my lid, some spider eyelashes, and
Yeah.
desperately trying to make it work. It's it's hard. Um, but making the glue tacky, that's what helps. Everybody
Yes.
does that. You gotta let it dry up a little bit, and it sticks on more. So then I'll just go back over with my liquid eyeliner. Go over the glue, go over the strip.
Telly
And
Cece said they're blessed with long natural lashes. Well, not all of us are that lucky.
awesome.
So
I've gotten them permed one time. Like if you have beautiful long lashes,
yeah.
you could give them a perm and then they like curl up a little bit,
That,
or even get them like hennaed or whatever.
yeah.
If you're blonde and you have little blonde eyelashes.
I actually watched like a ton of videos about lash perming because it's something I was curious about. Like my lashes are actually long. It's just totally not visible because they're just so straight. They point down.
Uh-huh.
But um, when I put mascara on, they're a little more noticeable. But again, my hair just wants to be straight. So a lash perm, I think.
Yeah. Careful with your eyelash crimpers too. Don't want to pull anything out. So the tattoo eyeliner. Oh yeah, people still do a lot of tattoo makeup. I think it looks nicer nowadays. It used to look, pretty harsh back in the day. Yeah, but now with the microblading, it's like it's the same thing. You get your eyebrows microbladed, you get your lips, all stained. So speaking of lips, I like this Dior lip stain. Dior Addict lip tattoo. So I'll just kind of like dot it on. You know, maybe go back in with my lip pencil. Oops. Again, I think a nude lip looks best with 60s eyes, like a smoky 60s eye or a poppy 60s eye. Just I think it makes the eyes stand out more. So you got that. I put a little highlighter on my cheeks already, but I'll just do a little bit more. There, the tip, the cupid's bow, center of the lip, smear it around. You know, a bit. Think I'm good. So, and I guess yeah, sponge. Go back over, blend, 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 blend. I'm now starting to take my curlers out because I baked them enough. I like to set my hair maybe twice a week. So I'll put them in these like Velcro-y curlers and I'll clean the house and we'll do homeschool and we'll read books and I'll get the records together and
We love a multitasking queen.
all that while your hair is being done. And I know it's like so old school, but this is what women did. You know, they'd set their hair
Yeah.
and they'd be ready for a whole week.
Yeah.
Um, so maybe in a day or two, then I'll just put some dry shampoo in my hair and tease it up, or I'll do something else with it and try to make it last because it's annoying to do your hair. I love your bob. Have you had it for a while? That like 8-line kind of bob?
Yeah, it's really shaggy now. It's probably the longest I've had my hair in like a decade because I had the bob since like 2008 maybe.
I love it. So cute. Um,
Look at that.
so for this, you could do like a 50s look, which would be like the wave in the front and the thing behind the ear and like that. You could like pin it up like this
Yeah.
or so, but we're gonna do 60s, so I'm just gonna let it kind of flow free and then put a middle part in it somewhere and maybe some teasing action. I'll figure it out later.
Yeah. I
But
love it.
yeah, I can't wait to see yours.
Thank you. Yes, I'll be working on that while I listen to Chess Night. I think she's going to be live soon if she's not already.
Awesome. And if you have a favorite setting spray, then that's the final touch. Setting spray.
Stunning. Look at that.
Kind of 70s hair right now, but
Like you made it look
I'll tease
really
it up back.
you made it look really easy and I guess like it's one of those things it kind of can be with a little bit of practice. I love it. It looks so good. I love the bottom lashes. Like those 4 or 5 little strokes that you did, like just gave it that extra oomph.
It does, yeah. Oh, and one more finishing touch. I don't know if you have like a favorite oil, but I'll, like put it wherever, whatever you're wearing. Like I'll do like the oil here, and then maybe I'll grab my big fluffy brush and I'll go into my highlighters, and just, you know, get everything that sticks out. Get your shoulder blade, get
Yes.
all this stuff. Just make it, I don't know.
So cute. Stunning. Goddess. Okay, I just did a little shout out for Victoria in the chat. Go ahead and click it. Give her a follow if you haven't already. Like, truly an artist in so many ways: makeup, music, visuals, styling. Yeah. And if you are a night owl, you are in for a treat. She blesses you with like these middle of the night streams. Like, I love it.
Thank you.
I really admire your ability to balance everything too. I know this time can be really trying for parents because there's like not a break, just being a caretaker 24/7. So the fact that you do that and share your energy with us on a regular basis, like it means so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think he loves it. I feel like he senses like there's a party going. Like, don't you remember that being a kid? Like
Yeah.
a party and you're just like, I want to be in it. Like there's people having a good time. I don't care what this party is. Like something's happening. Like
Yeah.
I feel like he could feel it and he'll run up and down the hallways just like we music playing and
Right.
he'll hop on sometimes. His name is DJ Pikachu.
DJ Pikachu in the house.
Yeah. But it's awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
well, does anyone have any questions before we part ways? We're going to move on to Chess Night stream for Club Mesh, and Victoria will be on later tonight around 11 Pacific. Yeah.
I'm so bad.
So cute. I love it. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. This was a lot of fun having Victoria be a guest and everyone in the chat. Like we so appreciate you being a part of this. And yeah, it was nice to like just get ready with you and kind of talk about our experiences as streamers and creatives during a pandemic. It's a very strange time, isn't it?
This is the year of the DJs. Like, honestly, this is going down. All the DJ books you have, you know,
Yeah.
this will be a part of a book very soon.
Right.
You know, this is a part of DJ culture now.
Right.
So,
This was the year that DJs learned how to set up OBS and multitask to the nth
as
degree.
we already weren't making flyers, being a promoter,
Yeah.
being like, you know,
That's
looking good, sounding good, blah blah blah, troubleshooting.
Yo, that's straight up what I said. I was like, you know, at before pandemic, I was like, it's so annoying that you have to be a DJ and a promoter. Like, why can't I just be a DJ? And now it's like DJ, promoter, tech troubleshooter, overlay designer, emote designer. The one that I cannot handle, I still struggle, is reading usernames out loud.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring back my hotline, the baseline back, because I was hoping people would say their names properly.
Yeah. Have people called in?
Yeah, I've been getting. Is that a Rose Hills logo? That's awesome. Yeah, I've been getting tons of voicemails. I'm gonna do something fun with it soon.
I love that so much. So when I heard you announce that like one of your first streams where you're like, I have a hotline now. Let me know how to say your username. I was like, that is the coolest thing ever. Of course, Victoria thought of it. Like, I love it.
Thanks. It used to be a party at the El Dorado. Do you know that bar downtown?
Yeah.
I used to do that on Wednesdays. Nobody came. It was empty.
Yeah.
Empty. But I did it, and yeah.
I DJ'd to nobody at El Dorado too, like maybe a couple years ago on a Thursdays, like a monthly. I DJ'd at El Dorado downtown. I think like a monthly Thursday to like nobody for a while too. Yeah, it's a cool spot. They just don't have any cell phone service, and it's underground. So
it's underground. I heard that the guy that lives above that building, well, he owns the building, and that's just his private bar.
Ah.
That's what I heard. That it was just like kind of for him. Yeah. Oh, Linda Nuva's totally DJ'd at El Dorado. Yeah.
That's so funny. The DJ struggle. Well, we've got 69 people and it's almost 6 o'clock. So shall we head our way over to Miss Chess Night, everyone? And Victoria, I'll stay on FaceTime with you after we do this raid. Okay, and everyone, make sure you're following Victoria if you aren't already. Truly, if you haven't seen her sets yet, you're in for a treat.
Thank you. Thank you again for having me. This was so much fun.
So much fun.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, guys, headed to Chess Nights. Here we go.